Hello, and welcome to Lesson 20 of the Masuda Ashi Introductory course. This is the last tutorial video in the series of 20, and today we'll be doing a brief summary and recap of some of the major points that we've covered in the last 19 lessons. There's certainly a lot of material that we've covered, so please go back and at your leisure look through each of the videos and also the text and explanations and descriptions on the website, as well as checking out some of the flash video demonstrations on the website as well. Now, the chart we're looking at here is 9984. This is SoftBank, and we've actually got the chart set for the date of 26th of July 2010. SoftBank is the stock that we were looking at a little bit earlier in lesson 14 when we were talking about the predictor line group. And at that time, we were actually looking at the stock as of July 6th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip back in time to July 6th so that this becomes our reference point. The way we do that is by clicking here, putting the white basis line on the July 6th point, and then hitting F3 on the keyboard. You can now see that July 6th is the day as of today from the chart's perspective. And when we were looking at SoftBank at this point in time, we could see that the Masuda Ashi real body had just turned pink. It's a little bit hard to see right here because the white basis line is covering it. So I'll just move the basis line one to the left, and you can see here that we have a pink leg, and sorry, not leg, a pink Masuda Ashi real body. And the predictor box is actually showing the expected value of tomorrow's Masuda Ashi color as blue, so going into a downtrend. And the easiest way that we can get an idea of what tomorrow's Masuda Ashi real body color will be is by clicking this right triangle one space to the right. That will bring up the 4D window into the future. We can see here that as was predicted, the 4D window into the future also expects tomorrow's Masuda Ashi real body to be blue. And remember that in the 4D window into the future, there are the prediction for the next 7 days of Masuda Ashi real bodies are here. The most important are the first 3 predictions. These are the most important to focus on. Because whatever happens tomorrow will actually change this prediction for the rest of the time. The accuracy of tomorrow's predicted outcome is around 80%. This is not predicting share prices, this is just the prediction of tomorrow's Masuda Ashi short term, the 3-day real body color. We can also see from the 4D window into the future that the prediction for upcoming 25-day medium-term Masuda Ashi real bodies is continuing pink. And one of the ways that we can confirm this is by looking down at the candlestick chart below. Remember, when we invoke the window into the future, it also brings up this green assistance reference line. This is merely the plot of the the closing prices from 25 days ago. And the meaning of this is that if we expect the candlestick closing prices to remain above this assistance reference line, then we can know that the 25-day Masuda Ashi real body line will remain pink. However, if the candlestick chart looks like going below the assistance reference line, which plots closing prices from 25 days ago, then we know that the 25-day medium-term Masuda Ashi real body line is likely to turn blue. Remember that from a Masuda Ashi perspective, the color of the medium-term line is the most important. Pink signifies an uptrend and blue signifies a downtrend. In the case of daily Masuda Ashi bodies, the medium-term line is the 25-day line, which you can see here. In the context of the weekly chart, it's the 13-week line. And in the context of the monthly chart, it's the 12-month line. They are the respective medium-term lines for each time frame. Now, based on what we have at this point, we would probably want to just wait for a little while to see how SoftBank actually panned out. It looks like a small correction might be coming. The 25-day line is quite close, so if the candlesticks encroach on this area, then the 25-day Masuda Ashi line could turn blue, which would indicate the beginning of a downtrend. And it looks like sideways movement here in the predicted Masuda Ashi real bodies. So it would probably be best to wait and see whether or not a strong uptrend can be confirmed before placing any entry orders. Now let's actually see what happened. First of all, let's remove the 4D window into the future by clicking one space back. Now this is still showing the 6th of July, and if we want to see what the chart actually did in reality, we click this button here. One click equals 1 day forward into the future. And we can see straight away that, as predicted by the predictor box, the next day's Masuda Ashi real body color was actually blue. This was also predicted, if you remember, by the window into the future as well. We had blue here and blue down here. So when we move 1 day into the future, it was actually blue. So that went according to plan. Now the prediction for the next day again is blue down here. We don't even have to bring up the window into the future, but we can. Have a look. The next day's Masuda Ashi real body prediction is blue for the the short term, the 3-day line. Similarly here, blue. Now let's see what actually happened. Oh, it's pink. It actually turned pink. Now it's a bit hard to see because the white line, the basis line, is covering it, so we'll just move this back 1 day, but you can see there's quite a reasonably sized pink real body which has been occurred here. And you can see also with the candlestick charts that we have a bit of an upturn here. So the share price is pulling back, and this resulted in a pink real body, which was contrary to the forecast for a blue Masuda Ashi real body. And now the next day's prediction is also pink. So, and all of the long term, the medium term, and the short term Masuda Ashi real bodies are all pink as well, which means that we could be on the verge of a longer term uptrend. We'll see what happens. Let's again look at the assistance reference line to see what the 25-day Masuda Ashi line is likely to do. We can see that the window into the future is still predicting successive pink 25-day medium-term Masuda Ashi real bodies. And if we look at the assistance reference line, which plots the closing prices from 25 days ago, you can see that the share price is currently well above this assistance reference line. So assuming that it remains out in this area, then we know that the medium-term 25-day Masuda Ashi real body line will remain pink. So that's also some reassuring evidence. And we'll take the 4D window into the future away again. So from what we've seen so far, it looks like this could have been a good opportunity to buy on a dip, because it seems that we're still within a strong uptrend. The medium-term line looks to remain pink, and the short-term line is starting to pull back, and also the medium-term line, assuming closing prices stay around this level, will likely remain above the assistance reference line, which gives us some confidence of an ongoing uptrend. Now, let's take a look at the Masuda Ashi shadows. Remember that when we want to identify near-term turning points, we can apply the 3-period Masuda Ashi shadow. In the case of the daily chart, that's the 3-day Masuda Ashi shadow. And if we look, move the white basis line so we can see the chart more clearly, you can see that there was this long downward blue real body and very long shadow here, and then everything after that has been within the boundary of this, so it's a harami, which could indicate the end of a decline or a bottoming out. Now, although these shorter bodies and shadows don't really give any indication of a strong direction, you can see here the last pink body that we have has a very long pink shadow coming out of it. And the size of this body as well is quite large relative to the real bodies immediately preceding it. So although on an absolute level this is not necessarily a long real body, relative to its immediate neighbors, it does look quite much longer. And also with the long Masuda Ashi shadow, we can see that this is a bullish reversal. So would this be a good time to buy? Now, we can't say that definitely for sure based just on this alone, because we're still in the harami. But the immediate real body that we have here, showing the bullish reversal, could be a good indication that this is a strong turning point candidate. And we'll just reset back to the 6th of July where we were talking about before, and we'll go through now without stopping one day into the future, and you can see that there are lots of pink 3-day short-term Masuda Ashi real bodies emerging. There's a small dip there where we have about 3 consecutive blue Masuda Ashi bodies, and then going forward again with another couple of pink Masuda Ashi real bodies. And obviously the candlestick chart has moved up as well with these closing prices. So we have a situation now where we were at the bottom, and at the time we would hopefully have wanted to have identified that this would be a strong uptrend. However, if we did not get on at this point to take advantage of this increase, would it still be okay to buy around this point, considering that the stock has come back quite a lot? Well, ideally we would want to buy at a point around here when the trend has pulled back somewhat on a dip, assuming that we are confident that the stock price will continue to go up. Already we're approaching some high range territory compared to what we can see on the chart. And so the question is, would it be safe, or would it be a good idea? Would this be a good buying opportunity now in the anticipation that the stock price would go higher? So let's take a closer look at this question.